Here's the question. Are you in need of a phone that you can feel comfortable taking on your upcoming mountain climbing trip? Or one you can use while on the job? How about when on that much needed summer vacation? Or maybe even a trip to outer space? Okay, maybe not that last part. But if you answered yes to any of these, then the new Samsung Galaxy Xcover 4 might just be the device for you. If you're willing to make a few sacrifices, that is. But first, let's get one thing straight. The Samsung Galaxy Xcover 4 is firmly and unashamedly a low-end device. And it's not particularly pretty either, as Samsung took the necessary decision to put function over form. But still, it more than makes up for what it lacks in the looks department with its sturdiness and comfort. Curiously, the Xcover 4 flaunts a US military MIL STD 810G certification, which in essence means that it can survive rough handling and harsh conditions, which include water, dust, hot and cold temperatures, and more. It also sits comfortably in one hand thanks to the ultra grippy surface on the back and sides. Something we weren't quite expecting was how good the cameras are. They can take some especially good looking photos in certain conditions, though of course you shouldn't expect high-end quality from such a cheap device. But as you'd probably expect, not everything is puppies and rainbows. The hardware inside the Xcover 4 is very much on the low end of the spectrum, with an entry-level Exynos chipset and only 2 GB of RAM. So that means you mostly get okay performance, but if you push the phone too hard, you'll start to experience some slowdowns. Also, like it or not, the phone comes preloaded with the Samsung Experience UX, which you may also know by its old name, TouchWiz. A couple of extra notes. Just like with the high-end Galaxy Active series, there's a special remappable Xcover button included here, which can be used to launch an app or turn on the flashlight. At 720p, the device's screen resolution is regrettably low, but an added bonus is the fact that it can detect touch even when you're wearing gloves. And lastly, the battery life is pretty good as well, and can last you for days under the right conditions. In conclusion, the Galaxy Xcover 4 is most certainly not your everyday smartphone. The average consumer is most likely to be put off by its low-end specs and unimpressive visual design. But there is most certainly a niche for it out there, and if you happen to be on the lookout for a good, cheap device that can take a beating, the Xcover 4 is a great choice.